Yo, what up, everyone? This is Brian Bracamontes, also known as Teleco 760. Subscribe to or follow my YouTube channel, Twitch channel, and Instagram.
Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to another gameplay of War Thunder. You guys are watching this live. Thanks for being here. Make sure you follow, so you guys get notified when I'm online. On live gameplay, I mean, on my Twitch. And if you guys end up missing, then it ends up being on my YouTube anyway. So go to my YouTube channel, my first and last name, and search for the playlist. It's gonna say War Thunder Aviation gameplay, some shit like that. Anyways, let's learn some more stuff about the next plane. Let's see. I read about this one. Let's read about F3F-2 fighter naval aircraft. Excuse me. Now you guys can skip this or just increase the speed so I can hurry up. Anyways. Description: the F3F-2 is a rank 1 American fighter with a battle rating of 1.7 AB and 1.3 RBSB. It was introduced in the update 1.55 Royal Armor. The F3F-2 is the sole American biplane fighter other than its premium variant. However, it is a very capable biplane fighter. And can be seen in game as a rival to the USSR's I-153 Cheka. As expected with most rank 1 fighters, but often considered unusual for an American fighter, the F3F is a purebred turn fighter. Like the Cheka mentioned above, the polar opposite is in performance to the F2A that replaced it in service. The F3F can hold turns with relative ease and also has a very excellent roll rate, which when abused can provide a tough challenge for most of its opponents. It easily outclasses all reserve planes except the K-10 in maneuverability, and is on par with the I-153 in that matter as well. However, the F3F's BR can push it to the domain of Spitfire's late model I-16's Ki-43 as well, its bigger brother the Ki-44, and of course BF-109s, all of which are capable of easily disposing of their biplane opposite. It isn't the fastest or most climbable fighter either, due to its lackluster armament. One M2 Browning machine gun with 200 rounds and one 7.62mm Browning machine gun with 500 rounds. The F3F should mainly go after the fighter opposition and not after bombers. Leave that job to the P-40s. While it can carry two 100-pound bombs, they are only effective against light armored targets, armored cars, artillery, AAAs, etc., and if carried early on in the match can weigh down the plane, affecting its flight characteristics as a bit. As a result, leave the bombs until either the opposition goes passive for a while or the air superiority can be obtained for a period of time over an opposing field of ground targets. The F3F is armed with the 12.7mm Browning machine gun and one 7.62mm Browning machine gun, are both located with the nose of the aircraft right above the engine. While this does mean the convergence is not an issue, the two-gun armament can be lacking in both firepower and ammunition count. The larger M2 has only 200 rounds to play with, while the smaller 7.62 has 500 rounds on hand. Nevertheless, the armament is decent enough to take down reserve and lightly armored rank 1 planes with relative ease, and if an experienced player is behind the controls, it is capable of dealing with the even rank 2 aircraft. The best air-to-air belts for the 12.7mm machine gun are either universal or stealth belts. Good amount of incendiary bullets and universal belts should be used for the 7.62 millimeter machine gun. Max speed 4,300 at 4,300 meters is 425 kilometers an hour. Turn time is 13 seconds. Okay, radio type, cooling system air. Takeoff weight 2 tons. Max altitude 10,120 meters. The F3F-2 is a highly maneuverable aircraft, as would be expected from its biplane configuration. This allows it to competitively turn with majority of the enemy aircraft that it encounters. The energy retention is good at lower speeds, which is less than 250 kilometers an hour, but at higher speeds the F3 F2 will lose energy quickly when in a hard turn. Problems will be found when facing higher BR monoplane fighters, which will have a considerably superior top speed. This can cause problems due to slower speed of the F3F. Despite the lower speed of the F3F-2, it does have a good acceleration, 0 to 240 kilometers an hour, and will usually be one of the first aircraft in the air at the start of the match to its 210 meters needed takeoff distance. The 16-meter climb rate will also allow for the F3F2 to have an altitude against the majority of the enemy fighters that it will face.
Name, he suddenly comes.
Oh, okay. Are you guys joining me? Hold up.
Oh, told him. No, we're joining you. We're gonna log out here and go back to our
I clicked the wrong one. My bad. I'm reading some stuff right now, so I'm gonna be annoying as hell. Going back to War Thunder. Anyways, where did I leave off? Despite the slower speed of the F3F-2, it does have a good acceleration. Good early acceleration, 0 to 240 kilometers an hour, and will usually be one of the first aircraft in the air at the start of the match, thanks to the 210 meters needed takeoff distance. The 16 meters per second climb rate will also allow the F3F-2 to have an altitude against majority of its enemy fighters that it will face. Why did it do that? Okay, I'm on this one. Okay. Usage in battles. Here we go. The F3F is first and foremost a fighter aircraft. This is a role in which it thrives with its brilliant maneuverability, allowing it to deal with majority of enemy aircraft in a turn fight. Trying to get an enemy aircraft to turn with you will be the best way to engage and win a fight. If the enemy is a monoplane, they will usually have the worst performance at lower speeds, so making them turn and lose energy is a good way to gain an advantage with a superior low speed performance. If the enemy aircraft is also a biplane, your main focus should be preventing them from getting guns onto your aircraft. If you can gain a turning advantage, you should move into position and attempt to down the enemy aircraft. For two guns can end up putting lots of rounds into an enemy, but a hit to a critical component such as a pilot or an engine will either end the fight or put it strongly in your favor. It is best to avoid head-on engagements with enemy aircraft, as the engine on the F3F has a large frontal profile radial engine. Along with the engine front being exposed, this makes the engine being hit a common occurrence, and without your engine survival is unlikely. The F3F will commonly come across aircraft with superior top speeds, such as many of the early BF-109 variants. These aircraft will usually attempt to use a boom and zoom tactic style against your aircraft. The best you can do is keep a good amount of energy and be ready to evade when they commit to an attack run. If you can evade them for long enough, you will hopefully receive some help from some of the other team members, or you might be able to make the enemy try and commit to a turn fight where you should have an advantage and be able to critically damage or deck their aircraft. As for using the F3F for close air support CAS, you will have few possibilities. The most popular choice will be to take the 200-pound bombs. These contain 24.5 kilograms of explosive mass, so you will need to land them very close to the intended target to do any meaningful damage. A second option is to use your 50 cal 12.7mm Browning M2 machine gun to destroy ground targets. All belts for this gun have 26mm of penetration, although the ground target belts are best as they contain more AP rounds. These will be able to go through the SPA, self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicles, as well as some light medium tanks. Firing through roof armor or side armor on enemy vehicles will usually prove to be the most likely areas to achieve penetration. It is recommended not to hold the brakes on landing, as the F3F will likely flip over. It is the best to tap the brakes on and off to avoid this occurring manual engine. Okay, pros. Very good turn rate and roll rate, capable of dealing the most reserve and or rank 1 aircraft. Can land on carriers, which comes in handy. Massive fuel load, 12.7mm machine gun can deal damage to light tanks and SPA vehicles, making it useful for CAS. Good rate of climb when compared to other aircraft at this BR battle rate. Incredible rudder at low speeds. Cons: limited armament, not very fast plane, engine exposed and susceptible to damage. Will easily flip on landing with constant brake use. Rudder becomes stiff above 400 kilometers an hour. History: the last biplane fighter in the U.S. In use by the U.S. Navy, the Grumman F3F first flew on 20 March 1935 and entered frontline service with VF-5B of USS Ranger the following March. The improved F3F2 model fitted with a more powerful Wright R1820-22 Cyclone 9-cylinder engine entered service between 1937 and 38 and proved to be the ultimate evolution of American biplane fighter design. It has also earned the name Flying Barrel due to its modified engine cowling, which had a larger to fit the new and bigger 1820 cubic inch 29.88 liter radial power plant. Modifications allowed the updated fighter to accelerate to a higher top speed of 264 miles per hour, 425 kilometers an hour, improved its climb rate from 2050 to 2750 feet per minute, or 10.4 meters per second to 13.7 meters per second, and also expanded its surge ceiling to 33,200 feet or 10,120 meters. Despite already being obsolete by the time it was introduced, Navy pilots loved the tough little Grumman fighter, and the F3F also influenced and provided a starting point for the design of Grumman's more successful wartime F4F Wildcat monoplane fighter. 81 F3F2s were procured and served with VF-6 aboard the USS Enterprise, as well as Marine squadrons VMF-1 and VMF-2. The last V3Fs in the front line used by carrier squadrons were gone by 1941, replaced by newer Brewster F2A Buffalo monoplanes, which but maintained in use for training and transport duties during the first 2 or so years in the U.S. involvement in World War II, the last of which was retired in November 1943. Woo! Done. Shift tab. Alright. Let's do this. Battle.
People.
What's up, Corman?
I don't know. Still alive. Posting funny shit like usual.
Click to jump to channel. Maybe later. Maybe later. Let me press X on it. I can't. Damn you. Forcing me to go back. What the okay. I'll watch it later.
Yeah,
Anyways.
you'll watch it later. I know you'll watch it later.
Are you playing right now?
Currently, no.
No. I was just reading like the information on the planes and stuff, since they have like a historical background and also give you in-game information on it.
Yeah.
So I'm like reading it off to like whoever's watching it. So if they want to learn about it or whatever, just read it themselves. Like that. I won't do it for every video, but I'll like do it whenever I feel like it.
Excellent.
The F4F-3 is fucking difficult to handle.
What's that?
The F4F-3 plane. That one is a little bit like weird when it's doing the turns.
Some aircraft do play a little weird, I know that much.
I'm not sure if it's because of the crew or because it's just the way it is, but it is beefier. Oh, they're like ganging up on this motherfucker. Ah, what the fuck? Got me from on top. Listen, what the fuck? I hate it when they kill you so quickly.
That hurt.
on me super fast. We won though. Pretty sure we did. The research completed for the F4U1A. Cool. For what? F4, F3, okay. Wait, did I buy it? Yeah, it looks like I have a crew to it already. The fuck? Wait a minute, am I researching 2 of them now? No, then that's the one that I have. This is the U.S. Marine Corps one. This is the new crew. Yeah, yeah. Alright, do battle. Arcade battles, battle rating is 2.7 right now. For this arcade battle.
airfield is ours. We must hold it. The enemy has captured the airfield. We can't let them keep it.
What the fuck was that?
We've captured the airfield. Now we need to hold it.
Dumbass.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We need to act, and fast. Attack the A point.
Okay, that one was my fault. I did not. Should I
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
frustrating. Oh, okay. Let's see how much. Alright, continuing off. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go to bottle. Let's see if I could do good this time.
Cover me! On me! and victory will be ours.
Kill 2. That's it. Okay. That's good enough. Whatever. Defensive armament. These two are next. 16 points. 1 point. Then I could get this. It says 1 tracer, Omni, incendiary. Alright, go. Hot. What are we doing? dodged it too.
Engaging the enemy! Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Starting to learn how to play this game. Yep, we beat him. Cool. $29, so these two first, I guess. Yep. Alright, you guys, that's it for this stream, and to be continued. Thanks for watching. Peace out.